What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Electrix Moto. Today we have our brand new 2025 Surron Ultra Bee out at the track at Hangtown MX, and we're going to take this thing on the track for the first time. But what I wanted to do is just talk through some of the things that we've done to get this bike ready for the track behind us. And if you're interested in doing anything similar to your Ultra Bee, I'll leave links in the description so you can kind of take a look at all these parts after I get done explaining. The first thing that we do to all of our bikes are the drop brackets. On our last Ultra Bee, or my other Ultra Bee that we have, we use the charged CycleWorks 1-inch drop brackets. But for this bike, this will be one of our shop race bikes. We'll be doing races across the Northeast and the Southeast this summer. So if you have any good races, leave those in the comments, because we would love to come be a part of your event, possibly sponsor it, and just race and hang out and have a good time with other e-moto enthusiasts. But the Warp 9 drop brackets are something we do to all of our bikes. Put your feet down a little bit. We went with the purple Warp 9 Elite foot pegs. This is a shop bike. Our logo is black and purple, so we're trying to do a black and purple theme here. But the Elite pegs are just a little bit more narrow, a little bit more slimline. Nothing huge in the terms of the way they perform. We just chose to go with these ones because they were available in the color that we wanted. The next thing, we do not have a seat cover on this bike yet, but it will be something we will be doing very soon. And we went with something different on the tires this time. So you'll probably notice we have Pro Taper tires on this bike. Pro Taper just came out with their new tires. It's very similar in the compound to like a Dunlop MX-53. So it's more of a hard compound, but we just wanted to give it a shot. Nobody's really put Pro Tapers on an e-moto yet. I don't know if they're gonna be a good tire or a bad tire, but for the price, you really cannot beat them. Also, instead of going with the Warp 9 wheels, what we decided to go with is the tried and true method of the KKE wheels. We went with an 1821 setup, and honestly, like, I can't be happier with the way that the bike looks and the way that it turned out. Obviously, once we get on the track, the performance is going to tell the tale, but the 2025 Ultra Bee and the additional power that it has directly from the factory with a larger 60 amp hour battery versus a 55 amp hour battery should really be a lot more fun, and I'm just excited to see what this thing does in comparison to our 24. The last thing that we did that we always do on our bikes is we put in the Warp 9 Flex bar mounts. These not only raise your bars up and act as a riser, but it also has some self-dampening in there. So when you're taking hits on trails, any type of GNCC track, or you're riding enduro up in the mountains, really rocky terrain, having a little bit of extra give on your handlebars definitely makes riding the bike more fun. Gives your arm a little bit of a break, honestly. And if you're not a pro or you don't ride a lot, arm pump is something real that everyone deals with. So something to definitely take a look at if you're in the market for something like this, or you have one of these bikes and you're looking to make it better. This will be the first time we've had this bike on the track or a real trail. We've just ridden it around the neighborhood, kind of tested it out. We did take it out in its factory form in a video that you've probably already seen, and if you have not seen it, I'll link it up here if you're looking to maybe just keep this bike stock. This bike is a ton of fun. I am so impressed with what Surron did with the 2025 Ultra Bee, and there are just still no real competitors for this bike in the market, which makes this bike even more worthy. Let's talk a couple of things that we may be doing in the near future. We are probably going to switch the forks and the shock out for the Cirrus kit, but we're not going to do that for a while because what we've noticed is these forks perform so freaking good for a factory fork that I really want to put some miles on them to see how they hold up over time. Obviously, the brakes on this bike are perfect. I don't want to say perfect, that's maybe an overstatement, but they are fantastic for the speed and power of this bike, and slowing down, like we always say, is just just as important as going fast. So if you guys have any questions about this bike or any things that you want us to do to this bike that maybe we can help with, we'd be happy to do that. Leave those in the comments, send us an email, give us a call. We can talk about it all day if you want. But I'm gonna go get this thing on the track. I'm gonna go have some fun and spend my day out here in the beautiful Prairie Valley and see what this bike can do. So I'll see you on the next one. All right, so we're on the track for a while. It took some laps, had some fun, but we needed to charge the batteries because they weren't really charged for today. So we're gonna go do some single track. There's this whole huge single track section that's right back over here that I've never been on. We're gonna take these things out and rip and see what it turns out to be.
That was sick. That was sick.
Nice. 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 Oh, that sucks. I'm glad I got it on camera though. Hope you enjoyed that, Josh.